Hey guys, this is Nick from ForexNoobs.com with the midday analysis. Today is Thursday the 19th of October 2017 and the time is 15:04 here in the UK. You're looking at an AUD/JPY, well, I'm going to switch to a daily chart now, AUD/USD daily chart, because I've just switched to it. In today's analysis, we're going to be looking for reversal setups and continuation setups on all these pairs that I have listed here on the right. I'm going to be going through the charts pretty quickly. I look for a very specific type of price action setup, so either continuation or reversal, but it's a very specific type of setup. If I don't see that setup, then I skip straight to the next pair. I try not to do long-term analysis on currency pairs. I try to just do quick analysis, looking for that specific type of reversal / continuation setup that I'm looking for. So if I'm flicking through the charts a little fast, that is why. All right, so let's get started with AUD/USD. Right off the bat, I can see that nothing's really happening. Nothing that I would want to trade on AUD/USD. I mean, there was a potential continuation, but that's already triggered a long while back, and I honestly would not have entered that anyway. But that's all I really see on AUD/USD. We have a silver open because I spotted a potential reversal trade in yesterday's analysis. I think that analysis was posted privately though, just for mastermind members. So yeah, we had a pullback from here with silver, and then it's come down to the support area, and now it looks like it's reversing from the support area. I'm not really trading silver. I'm just kind of monitoring it because I've just started looking at it. So I didn't enter this one. Has anyone entered this one, by the way? I don't know why my charts are lagging out. Is anyone long on silver right now? No? Alright, cool. Never mind. No point discussing it then. Alright, next we have New Zealand USD. I shared this short trade here on Tuesday's analysis. So if you refer back to Tuesday's analysis, I shared a potential short trade here on New Zealand USD. And it worked out quite well. As you can see, it was helped along by news, but that's fine because a lot of trades are helped along by news. It wasn't even open for a long time. I mean, it was open for 2 days and it hit its target and then some. I know a lot of you got into this trade and made some nice profit from it. Based on the forum comments, is anyone still in this trade? Has anyone left it open? Or did you all get out at your target? It was a bit of a surprise move, so you know, I can totally I'd be surprised if someone was still in it because you would have had to remove your target. Oh, you skipped it, Kamal? That's unfortunate. I know a few people freaked out and exited early. That's usually, I mean, it happens a lot, doesn't it? With new traders, you know, when a trade pulls against them, even for a short while, they freak out and they just jump out of the trade. So this one wasn't looking too good. You know, when was it? Kind of like around about 1, 2 a.m. yesterday. Maybe 9, 10 p.m., even around there. So see how it pulled back up to here? A lot of people were worried about that and they closed out. But then eventually it started falling down, and then after that it was helped along by news. The thing you have to keep in mind when you're trading, especially from areas of support or resistance, is that you've entered the trade, you've gone short. Now you've still got this area of resistance above. This area of resistance is still going to hold price back from moving up further. I mean, it's not always going to. It's not 100% certainty that it's going to stop price moving beyond it. But the fact is, this is still an area of resistance. So when price gets here, you shouldn't freak out and close out because you're still protected by this entire area where sell orders are going to start triggering here and price is going to start moving down. So you could say that this trade was moved along by news, but the reality is the news didn't really take effect until here. It was already pulling away from this resistance area before the news, and then the news helped it along and eventually went to target. But this resistance area was still there, and it was still holding price back from moving up. So, definitely when you're in a trade, you want to manage it and you want to close out early if it makes sense to. But in this case, it didn't really make sense to, because price was still pushing up against the resistance area. And there was no real clear sign that buyers had taken control of price. You should have given it more time. Now, I know most of you didn't, but I'm just talking to those of you who did exit early. So yeah. Oh yeah, and Kamal points out it's with the trend also. So this is with what looks to be the bearish trend. So it's a continuation trade. It's with the trend. You have that extra confidence of trading with the overall trend. So anyway, to those of you who made some profit on this trade, nice, good work, guys. Awesome. Righto, so New Zealand JPY. Now, New Zealand JPY had a very similar thing, but this one wasn't entered from the start, just because the risk to reward ratio, well, I'm not sure if anyone did enter, but I think most did not enter this one because the risk to reward ratio just wasn't that great with this trade. Looks like it would have worked out in the end, obviously. I mean, all the New Zealand ones worked out, but it doesn't really matter because, yeah, it just wasn't the best of setups in terms of risk to reward ratio. So out of the choice of New Zealand USD and New Zealand JPY, New Zealand USD was the chosen one, so to speak. And actually, since this is analysis and not really trade wrap-ups, another very important point, New Zealand USD, it's stalling on top of this support area right now. So we might potentially be able to get in for a nice little bullish retrace from this support area. I'm going to keep a close eye on this 12-hour candle, see how it closes. I wouldn't be expecting this retrace to go all the way back up to here, to the resistance area, but it would be, I wouldn't be surprised if we get a bit of a minor retrace and we can just snag a few, 1.5R, something like that. So keep a close eye on New Zealand USD for a potential retrace. New Zealand JPY, nothing really happening on there right now. AUD JPY, it's forming in between support resistance. There's not much going on there. All right, AUD New Zealand, that has shot up. I don't really have support resistance to cover these highs on AUD New Zealand. Let's play some based on these moves in 2016. 2015, 2016. That's a bit of a messy one, isn't it? And maybe up there. See if we have any other data for that. Have to go back quite far. I don't like going back too far. Nah, I don't want to go back to 2013. Yeah, I'm just going to stick with those ones. Right, so it's not really at any of those resistance areas I just placed, and those aren't like the best resistance areas. I just threw them up based on 2016 data, so yeah, I'm not going to really do anything with that. I'm not interested in AUD New Zealand right now. CAD JPY, what are we seeing on here? It's pulled back up to this resistance area, now it's pulling away, but not much opportunity for actual trades right now. Euro AUD, yeah, nothing much there. Euro GBP, pulling up to resistance, but nothing much. Euro JPY, I'm not really seeing anything on here either. Euro New Zealand. Yeah, nothing much here. Euro USD, okay. Support resistance areas are really close together because, because they should be. Let's keep a close eye on Euro USD. I want to see what happens when it pushes in further into this resistance area. Euro USD has bounced from this one recently. It's very unclear what Euro USD is going to do right now. This doesn't look that great like that, so I'm just going to make these smaller. I like having these shaded areas around my support resistance, but I think they can be misleading to a lot of inexperienced traders. When they're a bit too wide, they can be misleading, and it can look like you know, there's not enough space to take a trade. The reality is that these shaded areas don't really mean anything. I just place them because I like having the shaded area there. It just looks better to me, and it makes reading my charts better. But they can definitely be misleading at times when they're a bit too wide. So I've just tightened them a bit, just so this kind of looks, so you can kind of like see what I'm looking at right now. So what we're seeing is Euro USD pushed down to here, has been bouncing around here for a while, came up to here, bounced away, bounced from this support area, and it's now heading back up to this resistance area. So it's very possible that Euro USD is stuck in a range, which it might be in for some time. And in a range, you find that you get these kind of cool trade opportunities where you can short here, long here, short here, long here, short here. It's never really that you know, that perfect looking. It's obviously going to be a lot messier than that, but you know, we could be in one of those periods right now for Euro USD. So let's keep a close eye on it. Let's see if it stalls up here at the 118.60. That might give us some nice potential, a nice potential short opportunity in the coming days. So I'm just going to keep a very close eye on that and see how it plays out. All right, GBP USD. GBP AD rather, nothing much going on there. GBP CAD, yeah, nothing much there. GBP JPY, it's hit up against resistance, but it's already pulling back, so not really an opportunity there. GBP New Zealand has pushed up, much like all the New Zealand pairs, so there's not really much trade opportunity there for me. GBP USD. If you wanted to short, it's a bit too late already. USD CAD. USD CAD is stalling on support again. Well, maybe a potential long opportunity. All right, so there is a potential long opportunity here from this support area. But to be completely honest with you, the last one wasn't that great. I mean, I know Ash did make some profit from this last reversal here. But, you know, it was only just profitable. It spiked up and then it came straight back down. So now getting in for another long, I mean, I'm not completely against it. I'm just pointing out that it might be a little bit risky, especially this time. The entry is significantly higher than when Ash entered earlier in the week. Or what was it? Was it earlier in the week or was it last week? It was last week. Yeah. So when Ash entered last week. So take that into consideration if you want to jump into a trade here. There is potential for a long trade, but yeah, it's definitely towards the high risk side, I would say. USDCHF. Interesting. All right, what I like about USDCHF, I'm looking for a potential long trade here. It's trending up. I mean, arguably, it's hard when you have a trend like this where it's just really messy. So let's go to the weekly just to kind of take a look. I wouldn't say it's in a clear bullish trend, but it is showing signs that it is beginning to trend up. So we could be getting into a possible long continuation here. I mean, it doesn't look fantastic right now, but let's just keep a close eye on it. It's clear that it's finding that it's stalling on the support area right now. It could be just a short-term stall. We can tell by looking at the previous candle. So see the previous candle, how it spiked down and then it pulled back up. Now this candle is struggling to make a new low. So if this stalling lasts much longer, it might provide us with an opportunity. So it's worth keeping an eye on, but it is very possible that it's just going to continue to push down. So it's just something we should watch, but don't get too excited and assume there's going to be a trade here. I'll keep an eye on it. USDJPY, it's not really on an area of support resistance, so we can't really do much with this. Yeah, nothing much there. And finally we have gold. Can't really do much with gold right now. I'm waiting for it to hit the support area at 1269 again. Alrighty, so I think that pretty much wraps up the analysis, guys. We have some nice potential setups coming on Euro USD in the coming days, and possibly even in the coming weeks if it is in fact going to be stuck in this range. Fingers crossed, because usually those kinds of moves give us quite a lot of trades. And USDCHF, just keeping a close eye on it for a potential very messy continuation, which likelihood is not even going to take, but hey, worth keeping an eye on. So it's not a terribly exciting day today, but there are some things to watch out for. And of course, if you check your charts again later this evening, there might be a lot more trade opportunities. Any questions, guys? Thanks for watching the analysis. I hope it was useful. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit the like button below. In case you missed it, Forex Mastermind, my online training course and forum, is now open for enrollment for a few days. Check it out by clicking the link below this video. Also, for instant notifications when I post analysis or other cool videos, subscribe to my YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below. Once the setups I share in this analysis trigger, I post live updates as I manage the trade, such as my entry, exit, stop, and when to get out of the trade. For these updates, add me on Facebook or Twitter by clicking the buttons below. I'll see you in the next video.